Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a paintbrush lean because I always end up throwing my paintbrushes into the water before I'm actually done with them and then regretting it because the water's already black by then, or like a horrible brown colour from mixing all the other paints, and then the paintbrushes too, and it ruins what I'm doing. So I need to make a paintbrush lean for when I haven't finished using my brushes. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got some clay here, I've got clay tools, got some water, which is off screen. Yeah, there. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna design this paintbrush lean. I'm thinking like a kind of shape like this as the base, and it's going to have these kind of dips in them where the paintbrush will be held. Probably have sort of some smaller ones and then some bigger ones, but it will look like this from the side view. Obviously I've put way more on this one than I have that one, but you get the point. I also though want a like flat section for my like really big brushes, like or not big but widespread like this, so they can just sit on that part. Let me find a bigger one. Yeah, I need something big enough that can sit on, and then paint won't get over all over my desk, because I'm very messy when I paint, which is the whole reason for this paint lean, so I don't have to mix up my water so quickly. I'm not going for anything fancy, but I'm kind of just thinking of like joining these together. So something like and then it will be two big ones and then some little ones maybe for smaller, thinner paintbrushes. So when it comes to this section, the biggest paintbrush, or like the widest it has to be, is that kind of wide, which is quite easy to obtain. And then this is the sort of smallest one I have. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I have brushes this small, but they have to be at least, the smaller ones have to be at least that size so that these ones can fit. Because I think, yeah, all of the small brushes I have are the same kind of size. Oh, that's slightly bigger. It doesn't matter. It's the same width where it matters. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking. Let's see if we can create that. It's not meant to be pretty. I'm hoping the paint job I put on it will make it look prettier. It's just meant to fulfill a job, really. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. So it's been actually, it's the next morning after the clip that you guys have just seen. It took forever to dry. It's still not fully dry. Like on the back here, it's still holding on to water. It's not like wet, but it's not dry, if that makes sense. So we're going to take the opportunity to trim up the edges and make them nice, because they are really, really rough and not as precise as I'd like them. So that is what we're going to do. Okay, so I just trimmed it all up, and it looks nicer. The only problem is now I've realised it does not lay flat, which I suppose doesn't really matter in the long scheme of things, as long as it functions how I need it to function, but it is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, I've just trimmed it up as nice as I could get it, without eroding too much of it, because I still need it to be quite wide. Let's see if it fits my biggest brush. Yeah, it does. That's exactly what I need from it, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, what now? Paint time, I guess. I'm thinking of going for like a purple to blue kind of gradient thing. Nothing overly complicated, because it's probably just gonna get covered in paint anyway, so there's no point in doing like a big design. Yeah. So we'll just do something nice, just a nice little gradient or something. It's actually a good chance for me to work on my painting skills when it comes to gradients, because I don't really do that very often. So yeah, on to the painting. Okay, so while painting in the last clip, oh shit, I forgot to paint this one. Oops, I'll paint it later. I definitely showed myself why I need one of these, because I got paint all over here. I almost got it this side of the desk, couldn't seem to keep it on this, and I just really don't. I got it under here, I just don't, and all over this. Oh my god, I just don't need more paint getting everywhere. I mean, I already have paint splattered up the wall. Not from this, but from a different, what is it called? The man-eater plant thing that I made. I really don't need to get more of it everywhere. Especially as it's hard to get off because it's acrylic. And doesn't always want to peel off nicely. So yeah, I need to be a bit more careful, I think. But yeah, I need one of these, so I'm glad I've made one. That solves a problem for me. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is time-lapse painting this one, just because don't want to leave it unpainted. That would be unsatisfying for all you lovely viewers and myself. And then I'm going to spray them down with a clear coat of lacquer, and then once that's dried, it'll probably be final shots. Yeah, that came around quickly. So, what went well with this project? It holds all my brushes really well. It's not too big, so it doesn't get in the way too much. And it has stopped paint getting on my desk more than it needs to. I actually used it during one of my other projects, which I think goes up after this one. So you might be able to see it in that video, which is quite funny. Now, what didn't go too well is there's a chip just here from the paint, even though I sprayed it with the sealant. Obviously didn't spray it well enough because there's still a chip of the paint here, which is annoying, but you know, it happens. I managed to get, so I've painted the underneath black, and also another chip, which is annoying, but whatever, you're not going to see that one. I missed a spot here with the purple paint, just in that crevice, because I couldn't see it from where I was painting it. I've got black on there, which is annoying. The rest actually looks okay. I mean, if this was someone else, I'd probably sort them out and like repaint them and stuff, but it's not, it's for me, so, and I mean, knowing me, it's gonna get covered in paint anyway, so there's not really much of a point in trying to repaint it, just leave it as it is. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. It does the job done. It works quite well actually. It looks a bit weird. It looks kind of like a Minecraft axe. Yeah, it does. The paint gradient I'm actually quite happy with. The only part I'd say was the most difficult is I kept going, so the lighter kind of blues I had, I kept accidentally going back too far with them while trying to blend it, and then having to bring it back over, so I ended up not erasing but going way too far back to like sort of here, and having to then bring on more purple here, which is why it looks harsher, because the blue that was here already I didn't have anymore because I used it to mix another blue for later down the line. So I had to just go back over with like a really light version of this and just brush over it, so that's why it looks harsher. But apart from that, I mean, I think it looks quite nice. It's quite beachy. Yeah, I think it's quite pretty. Another thing is that it's not level, the flat part, so it probably will move when I put a flat brush on it, which is, I mean, I'm not too worried about it, as long as it, because the bulk of the brush will be here, so I'm not too worried about that, but it is just annoying because I did want it to be flatter. I think it was when I moved it to a different shelf to dry, the baking paper I put it on so it wouldn't stick to anything else or get too much dust everywhere, must have gotten crinkled up underneath it and pushed it upwards, which is, it's annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, as I said, if it was someone else, I'd probably start again or try and add more to it, maybe like around the back, maybe hot glue or something to just keep it level, kind of like those things people put on chairs and table legs to, if they're wonky, to stop them doing that. But I don't really need that, so it's okay. And if I do get fed up, I can always do that. It will take 2 seconds, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that was what I think went well with this project, and what my more critical sides, no, my more critical opinion of this project is. There we go. I'm not disappointed, honestly. I'm not disappointed. I'm quite pleased with it. It does exactly what I need it to. I bring some colour to my desk while I'm painting, so I'm not going to forget about it because it's quite bright. Out of sight, out of mind, all that. Yeah. Right. Okay, I think it's on to the slow-mos now, and then we're done.
colours.